Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we are back with another video. So, if you're new or returning, subscribe to my channel, and if you believe you had subscribed before, I want you guys to double check just to ensure that you are subscribed. While you're at it, turn on your notification bell and join the family. Also, give this video a big thumbs up. Now guys, in this video, we're gonna talk about 50 Cent's baby mama because she's coming out to expose 50, and what she's saying is connecting to Daphne Joy's accusation against him. Now, in case you had missed it, when Little Rod had filed that lawsuit last year, wherein he named Daphne Joy, 50 Cent was going off on Daphne Joy, calling her little sex worker. Daphne Joy fired back at him, and she basically called him out, and she said that he abused her and he awarded her. And he threatened legal firestorms against her, saying that he's gonna sue her. He never put his hands on her or anything like that. She's telling a lie. Anywho, something happened and he never took actions against her. But for some reason, I believed what Daphne Joy had said, but I believe that because he has his money and his power, he, somewhat bullied her, or someone got involved and mediated on both of their behalves. Anywho, fast forward to now, 50 Cent's first baby mama, Shaniqua, she's coming back, and, she has been active since of recently in the media outlets a lot, also on social media, because after that we saw Shaniqua shading Daphne Joy, saying that, Daphne Joy is from the Philippines, and she's from the Queens, she doesn't need to be selling kitty cat. 50 Cent fired back at her, saying that kitty cat is old, no one is gonna buy it. But then it didn't stop there because there's consistent back and forth. So after Shaniqua did that, 50 Cent fired back, but 50 was never done there because on Father's Day, 50 Cent made a series of subliminal posts geared towards Shaniqua and his son Marquis. He accused them of being caught up in some type of PP loan fraud scheme and said the police was going to come get them any minute now. But he later deleted those posts. Well, now Shaniqua is firing back, and she's firing back with claims and allegations that support what Daphne Joy had accused 50 Cent of last year. And Shaniqua is saying that 50 Cent has been abusive to her, and she's saying that 50 did abuse Daphne Joy for a fact, and it took place in California, and she was called, who is Shaniqua. Shaniqua said that Daphne Joy's people had reached her to her to testify against 50 Cent, but she didn't want to get involved in their mess. So what Shaniqua now is saying is that 50 is in fact an abuser. He did it to her twice, and she's saying that Daphne Joy is not telling any lies. He did in fact abuse her. Now, please note, this is all allegedly, so let's take a look at the clip of Shaniqua detailing the alleged abuse of 50 Cent and among other things, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Just clicking, he's a sex symbol in a sense because he's in great shape. Why wouldn't you want to be with somebody at that point in his career?
Because he was abusive. Well, he still is abusive. I'm just not in his presence, but he's abusive. Emotionally, physically, he's abusive. And the last straw for me was he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allowed her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that's when that was it for me. It was that
Right.
and another incident with Marquise. So it was two incidents, but it was kind of close. And there was another incident with Marquise, Yale, and Banks used to have an apartment they used to share in Manhattan. And I went to pick 50 up from there. So Marquise told me that I guess like he had a girl there, like, you know, a girl that, he just told me something. So him and I got into an argument. He beat the mess out of me and then told Marquise, see, it's your fault. I had to whoop your mother's ass. So those were two incidents for me that I said, no, it's time to go.
So the abuse was there. Okay. Now, about what year was that? You remember?
I left him in about maybe 2007, 2008, around that year, around that time.
So basically, it was from you to Sierra, then to the most recent.
No, he definitely had different hoes in different area codes. Let's say if Marquise was with him, he had a different woman with him. But like that's not none of my business. But Sierra was like the his main girlfriend at the time, which Marquise like really, really liked him. Like he always said. And by the way, it's so crazy. Marquise always expressed how much he liked Sierra. But when he met Daphne, I never forget, we were visiting New York, and his dad and Daphne was staying at his grandparents' house, and I was staying at my grandmother's house. So, he took Marquise over to his grandparents' house, whatever, a little visit or whatever. And Marquise came back, and he looked at me, and he said, Mommy, she's not for my father. And I said, well, why don't you tell you that? Tell him that he's not. She's like, she's just. I said, well, what is she nice to you, or did she disrespectful? He's like, she didn't do anything to me. She said, she's just not for my father. And that's what's so crazy. Like, he didn't like her from the jump, but like I said, adored Sierra, but didn't like her.
Okay, guys, so there you have 50 Cent's first baby mama, Shaniqua, saying that he did in fact put hands on Daphne Joy because she also experienced the same thing. And when Daphne Joy made the report, she knows for a fact Daphne Joy was not telling a lie. She just did not want to get involved. But the internet is saying, why is she out here now calling Daphne Joy's name? So the internet is insinuating that Shaniqua is seeking clout using Daphne Joy's name. However, I believe that this is also some kind of vindication for Daphne Joy, because when Daphne Joy had initially made a claim against 50 Cent and 50 Cent fired back with illegal threats, many people believe that, okay, she lied to get back at him. But now that Shaniqua is saying it, I'm wondering, is 50 going to go after her? Is 50 going to threaten her? Because it seems as though 50, I don't know what it is that the first baby mama has on him, but every time he throws some kind of threats at her, he tends to always take it back. I don't know what it is. It could be something else, but those two definitely have an history. But for me, it is the fact that Daphne Joy has been vindicated, and she's now saying that 50 Cent was also abusive to her. Now, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled to see how 50 responds to this and if he responds to it, because y'all know that 50 takes his image and reputation real seriously. So let me know what you guys think about Shaniqua now coming out, saying that what Daphne Joy said initially about 50 being abusive, she was correct, because Shaniqua also experience abuse at the hands of 50 Cent. Only God knows what's going to happen from here, because you know that when 50 starts, he doesn't stop. And she seems like the one whom he really doesn't mess with too much. But hey, he loves to be a troll. So let's see where he's going to take this one, if he's going to take it or if he's going to remain silent on it. But I want to hear from you guys. What's your take? Do you think that Shaniqua is now using Daphne Joy's name to get clout? Because why wouldn't she, testify at that point in time if she had had the same experience? And why talk about it now? Is she talking about it from a place of sincerity, or is she using Daphne Joy's name for clout? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. While you're at it, do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.